So the history of logging is pretty simple in the eastern U.S. Basically, around 1900, turn of the century, all the forests had been clear-cut, and they got to the mountains, and they kept clear-cutting what seemed like an inexhaustible resource in the mountains. The forests came back, but they did not come back as good as they were. So that mismanagement, we're still dealing with that, having very even-aged forests that have come back from that here, much less diverse and the lower quality forests.
The hunting numbers are way down, but there's fewer game out there. Why is that? You know, something's not right. We've went further away from our cutting, and with that, we see these populations just falling off, and really sad to have witnessed this. 30 years ago, people said we were cutting too much. We might not have been cutting too much.
If you look at the history of timber harvest on this forest, we went from about 5,000 acres a year on average being clear-cut in the 1980s to about 800 acres a year being clear-cut in the 2000s. And somewhere in between that number is a sustainable number. That 5,000 acres a year was too much. 800 acres isn't doing it for the people who care about young forest species and for the timber industry around here. So somewhere in between those numbers, I think there's a balance.